Information and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome, 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 live from the AMP Media Studios in Boca Raton, Florida. Hosts Don and Freddy S. Take it up a notch to make your evening a bit spicier. More laughs and just some added evening fun. It's the Brooklyn Cafe Show After Hours, coming to your radio waves on True Oldies VCMG Live. If you want to join us on the show or to share a thought or idea, give us a call at 866-224-5422. Hey, and win tickets to a live broadcast of the show.
Welcome to, what is this?
After Hours.
After Hours.
It's been a long time.
You're supposed to whisper After Hours.
Why?
Because it's After Hours. You don't want to make a lot of noise. I don't know why. It is what it is. And we are live on South Florida Oldies. You see the sign behind me?
South Florida Oldies.
It's South Florida Oldies.
95.3, 96.9, all over your AM, FM dial.
And we have in studio today, we have all sorts of magical
We've got a lot of people
stuff
sneaking out of here right
going
now.
on
They're
out
tiptoeing.
here. There's people, that just the shows, we got new shows, things that we're planning, different ideologies, different. We even are going to be putting out wines at different venues in different places.
I love this wine. This Luna I'm going to say it wrong.
Luna Rossi.
No, it's not an S, it's a J.
Rosa.
This is Luna Blanca. How do you say red?
Roja.
That's what it would be then.
Oh, Luna Roja.
That'd be the red, we've got the white. You've got some Prosecco. And what is this one over here? That's the Prosecco. What's that one?
Prosecco.
Oh, we got two Proseccos.
Two Prosecco.
Well, you know what we're doing after hours.
But the bottom line here is that we have some exciting news. We got a venue on October 19th at the Movies of Del Rey. We're going to have the one and only Johnny T.
Johnny T.
Johnny T doing 35 voices.
We've got a little Frank Sinatra, a little bit of Dean Martin. We've got a matinee at Movies of Del Rey, and then an evening performance that is going to be amazing.
And he looks just like Dean Martin. He was on
He
the.
sounds like him, right?
He was on the afternoon show today, and I was amazed.
I got to tell you, he's at Anthony's Runway 84 on Sundays at 6:30. I have not been to Anthony's 84 probably in about 15 years, and it was always the go-to place. If you wanted a good night out, and this show is not sponsored by Anthony's, but it's always fun. It's been totally renovated. Check it out Sunday. You can go for happy hour, 6:30, sit at the bar, get some dinner.
It's a lot of fun. He says it looks just like the Copa.
All Frank Sinatra memorabilia.
I'm excited about that. I'm also excited that November 10th, we are going to have our own J.C. Dreesen.
I'd love this idea.
And what is she doing?
A tribute to America in honor of Veterans Day. So everyone's invited, and portion of the proceeds of all ticket sales are going to go back to a local foundation in honor of our veterans, which is November 11th.
That's right.
And that's going to be at Movies of Del Rey, so more information to come on that. We've had a lot of great events.
We also have the Pink Floyd event.
That's October 7th at FAU.
October 7th or September 7th?
October.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
October 7th.
October 7th.
October 7th, we're going to have the Pink Floyd band at FAU, at the theater at FAU. That's going to be exciting.
The K Auditorium. There's a lot of great events. But what's happening with the writer's strike is the movie theaters are looking for other venues to bring in money, and no other way better to do that than to bring in promotion, to bring in music, to bring in concerts, rent it out, and bring all of you and, of course, the True Oldies van with us.
And the funny thing is that nothing happens unless you put it on radio. And what a radio station, South Florida Oldies. They go from all the way up there to all the way down here.
I have to tell you, I was at an event yesterday with the Kiwanis Club in Delray Beach, and I go through my whole speech. I meet all these great people, and this one gentleman says to me, he goes, True Oldies, I love 95.3. He says to me, who's that voice I hear at night? I said, I don't know. He goes, the Brooklyn Cafe. I listen to it at night on True Oldies. Who is that? I said, it's got to be my partner. He goes,
It was you.
No, it was you.
It wasn't
He
me.
says, so he shows me this famous actor who I don't know, I guess from your back in the day.
We need more cowbell.
And he's got me listening to the voice and then after this breakfast meeting to see if the voice was the same. So then I found our show and I played. He goes, that's the voice, that's the voice. let me see what he looks like. He goes, oh, he's got a hat too. Like everyone knows you in the hat.
They only know the hat, ladies and gentlemen. They don't know anything
And the
else.
voice.
And the voice.
You could be, what was the guy back in the day? It was just like he had a hat and then he had a black face, like a mask.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's like an old black and white movie, TV series.
You're hilarious.
TV series. It was just the hat.
The
There's
Lone Ranger?
No, there was a silhouette of a man with a hat.
I don't know what you're talking
Maybe
about.
our producers can find it for me. I don't know.
You
Our
shouldn't
studio
drink
was
after
empty.
6. Anyway.
6 cups of coffee later.
Anyway, but at the bottom line here is we're going to have a True Oldies with us. We're going to have all our friends come out to these different events. There's another event on the 24th. Is that the...
Florida Arts Network, October 24th. They're honoring the different artists in our community. And this is amazing because Florida Arts Network with Frank Ruffolo and Richard Sosa, they are a foundation, a 501c3, that they help the artists in our community. Artists, music, dance, anything that has to do with the arts. And they are giving away, I don't know how many awards, but I think about 2 awards to the best music video. So entrances and all that information is going to be coming out, how to apply. I'm thinking 1 to the singer and 1 to the producer of the music video, but we're going to get that information, and we are a proud sponsor of this event, which is October 24th at the Savor Cinema down in East Fort Lauderdale, which is an amazing venue.
It is. It's a beautiful venue, and they're going to need as much support as possible. So just keep an eye out for tickets availability and everything else. There's going to be all sorts of art stuff going on. We're going to invite some of the artists from our beautiful
Gallery, studio.
Whatever. What do we call this place?
Our studio.
Studio?
Home.
Home.
I call it home.
We're going to invite some of the artists to come down there as well, so they too can be part of the growth of what we're trying to accomplish. And the Movies of Del Rey continues to have some hit movies. I see that
Gold is coming out
Gold is
tonight.
coming out tonight. Head on over to Golda. And you know, the funny thing is, if you see me and you say, hey, I listen to the Brooklyn Cafe, or I know 95.3 South Florida Oldies, I'll give you my business card and I will get you tickets to watch any movie you want at the Movies of Del
2
Rey.
free tickets?
2 free tickets.
Why don't we give it out now? Why don't we have them call in?
Well, tell them to call in.
888-994-4995, Studio A. That's 888-994-4995. Studio A, call in to get 2 free tickets to the Movies of Del Rey or Lake Worth.
And you can
so
see
either way,
Gold.
you can see Golda, your choice.
And
New movies
also
are coming out.
the thing with Ted Asner. What was that? Ed Asner? The one,
Tiger, something about Tiger. But
something. Oh, you can see Oppenheimer if you haven't seen.
Oppenheimer, Barbie,
haven't
I
seen Barbie
think.
either. Mission Impossible. If you haven't seen those, they're playing at the
There's a lot of movies that are still out there. The
But good-
Miracle Club.
The Miracle Club. I saw that. That looks pretty.
Did you
good.
see the movie?
No, I was gonna head on down.
I haven't
the
seen
road.
Barbie yet. My son said he'll go see it with me. He goes, Mom, how come you haven't seen it? So maybe my son and daughter-in-law are going to go see Barbie with me. We got visitors
I
in
don't
coming
know.
in?
The door opens.
It's been
at
all
12.
day long.
If you see me at the Movies of Del Rey on Saturday, I'll be there at 7:30. If you see me, come on over and I'll hook you up. What? Yes. We keep going? Yeah?
She's good as Casey, Dawn and Freddy. There you go. But you know what we haven't talked about, which is really important, why I'm really glad that we have the opportunity to share this tonight, is our affiliation now with Comcast TV, ESPN, and Monday Night Football, which is kicking off September 11th in where?
Meadowlands, New York City, between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets.
And just the fact that they've put so much thought into the opening night Monday Night Football game, September 11th, could be anywhere, and they've really put all this thought into it, that it's in New York, to pay tribute to September 11th, to pay tribute to 2 New York teams. I mean, a lot of thought went into this evening, and now we have the opportunity to place your commercial, your business commercial, through Comcast in the designated zone that you want, whether it be Fort Lauderdale, Margate, Boca, Delray, West Palm. You pick the destination to put your business commercial on any Monday Night Football game. You can pick just one. You can pick a series, you can pick the entire season, or you can even do the ESPN college football. There's a lot of great opportunities as we go into fall to share these.
And the college football includes also the big game.
The bowl games.
The bowl
I think
games
we have the
also
Rose Bowl,
includes
don't we?
the Rose Bowl also is part of the package. Tons of stuff to pick from. But the object of the game is, if you want your business to be seen, if you want to amplify your business, this is a great opportunity. I keep using the same example. If you look at the Super Bowl, people go to see the commercials. right? They want to know the best commercial, the worst commercial, every commercial in the world.
You know what's been funny is our crew's been working to put together our commercial for Ant Media. They're hilarious. They've got costumes. We've got green screens. They've got clips back and forth. They're changing lower thirds. They're having a really good time doing this.
And today we told them, give me 3 versions because it was so funny.
Did you see they looked at you? Abraham's hair, I think, grew.
It grew about 16 inches. But it's hilarious. It's an opportunity to be heard and to be seen. ESPN is no joke. It's the real deal. And you can also do a package with us where we'll put your commercial on South Florida Oldies.
Well, they've got Comcast, we've got UVerse, and we've got Hotwire, as well as South Florida True Oldies. So you can get a package of all of this in the location of your business or multiple locations. We have a client that's looking at Boca Del Rey for Comcast, Hotwire, and UVerse, and South Florida Oldies, which is great because you can now layer everything, as well as if you're on a show and want to place it on one of our shows that we do, you can stream it out.
And we'll give you a break on the pricing because they're giving us a break on the pricing, and the world goes round and round because it's all 17 games. These games go all the way, and there's stuff, these games go all the way into January.
You know, I think the hardest thing to do for us is what's the call to action, and probably for any business, what's your call to action? Who's your target market? Right now, it's more than just sports enthusiasts because it's September 11th is your first game.
Yep.
You've got everyone watching this game. You've got everyone that cares about this country watching this game.
That's right. And you know, if you don't think that this game is going to be big, look at what happened last night.
Do we have to?
No, but look at what happened. But look at the numbers.
I don't
Look
even
at
know.
the numbers. All I'm saying is forget about the content because a football game is not a political showdown. A football game at least is entertaining.
I think everyone's ready for some new content.
Oh,
because
man, we're ready to do something different, yeah.
We just need
Absolutely.
content. And if it's sports, it's sports. At least you don't need the writers for that, and I support the writers 100%. But what it's doing to our industry and the apathy, and there's just no new content out there. I've had enough game shows, I have to tell you. I'm watching the wall, the ball, there's balls
You're
going down the
funny.
wall, there's questions.
You're
there's,
hilarious.
there's not a whole lot of content. I think I'd rather watch sports and really pay tribute to our country and the athletes and the families and everything that goes into it. Coming from me, who just, like the last 2 minutes of a football game, I think I'll watch the whole thing.
You're
maybe.
funny.
I don't know.
Well, the funny thing is, if sports is not your gig and you want to participate at FAU, you want to participate with us at any of the theaters, and you want to be a sponsor and you want to be seen, we'll work that out too. We'll include a commercial to put it on the screen. We'll include stuff in the lobby. If you have a business and you want people to know that your business is out there, the opportunity is now. You know what's coming. Who's coming from up north?
We got season coming right around the corner.
And you got to be ready for season because if you're not, you're going to be left behind.
You know, it's funny because in May, everyone says, well, summer's coming. In June, I can't do any advertising because it's summer. Well, now we're the end of summer and season's around the corner. And next thing everyone's going to say is, oh, it's the holidays, it's Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'm going to take off for work. So this is about your quarter right now to work. You've got October, November, December to work. You've got this fourth quarter of the year to get your business spotlighted. Even if you're going to slow down a little bit for Christmas and New Year's, but then you're going to rev it back up in January. This is the perfect opportunity to spotlight business on TV, real TV.
And this is ESPN. This isn't like Channel 397, which nobody in their right mind is going to
No,
go
it's
watch.
ESPN.
It's ESPN. It's the real deal. And the nice thing about all of these events, they are being offered to you at the most reasonable price in the world. I was shocked when they called us. When they said, listen, we want you to do this, I was shocked.
But it's nice. It's just a tribute to everything we get to do in the community, which is a gift. It's funny because I always tell people we work with True Oldies, Real Radio. I call it Real Radio because if I say terrestrial radio, you think, you say to me, what is that,
Planetary
right?
is alien.
So I say Real Radio, and they go, what do you mean by Real Radio? I said, it's not internet radio. We have it on the iHeartRadio app. You can find Oldies. But it's Real Radio. It's you turn on your radio in your car and you listen to the radio.
That's true.
And they always say, what's Real Radio?
And it's
but you
funny
get
because
6 stations to choose
and
from.
we do have Spotify, we do have podcasts, we do have iHeart. Now this is being heard on the iHeart app as we speak because True Oldies is part of that venue as well. So if iHeart is your name of your game, it is available. There isn't anything that we left to chance. I've been with the radio station for over 17 years.
I was just thinking about that.
17 years. And if I'm still here doing it, then obviously it works. And if people tell you it doesn't work, you know what? Send them down to the studio. I'm going to show you how it does work.
But you know what you've seen? You've seen radio change.
Of course.
And you've been through the changes. We've been through the changes together, right? When you started, there was one general manager, and it was Beasley, it was NN, and then it got bought out, and now we're True Oldies, and Jody is now the general manager. She's worked herself all the way through, all the years that you've been with her, with Vic, and everything we've done. See the face we've got?
Uh-huh.
But you've seen the changes. The Boca studio closed, but we're able to use it from here. We're able to send sound anywhere digitally and get it up to West Palm or anywhere around the world, around the country. But we're still here.
That's right.
And they're still here.
And they're still there.
And the
it
platform
doesn't
is
matter
still
where
here.
they are, because we can get it from here, from anywhere. We showed that the other day when we were on location. We sent shows up to the radio station.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
And the radio station covered it, and they heard it, and it was everywhere. I got to tell you, for those of you that missed the opportunity with JC to jump in on this, every sponsor, and they were limited, there weren't a lot, but the ones that did, they sold out their venues right after the show. They sold. I could not get into some of the places that JC was singing at.
Oh, Les
Sold
Sorel and
out.
the pizzeria?
Sold out. I'm going to tell you something. It does work. You just have to believe it. And if you don't believe it, and you're going to continue to do what you're doing, you're scratching your head, how do I make my business grow? I'm telling you how.
Well, the most important thing is, what is your call to action? So give us a call at 888-994-4995. Let us help you amplify your impact in business in the community. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Let's do that.
More to come, and we'll be right back.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
AMP2 Media Productions, in collaboration with True Oldies Radio and Comcast TV, bring you the opportunity to spotlight your business on Monday Night Football on ESPN. By targeting your preferred Comcast region, your commercial will be spotlighted during NFL and NCAA football season, reaching over 1 million viewers. Let AMP help you amplify your impact in the community. Contact us at 866-224-5422 to create your own commercial today.
Breaking news, aliens have finally made contact with.
Welcome to the AMP Media Studios here in beautiful downtown Boca Raton.
In conjunction with True Oldies Radio South Florida, AMP Media Productions is here to help amplify your impact in business and to bring greater awareness to our community. Give us a call, 866-224-5422. We'll see you soon at the cafe.
And like I always say, come on down and visit us, and don't be late.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show After Hours. And now, back to Don and Freddy S.
And we're back. Now, we normally don't do this on a Thursday night. But, you know, I think we're going to start doing this. I think it's a good idea to get back. We used to do this before. And people used to call in and everything else, but now we were running other stuff. I want to get away from that. I want to get back to the roots.
And I also want to get back to doing Tell Us Your Biz, because some of the response we've gotten on radio, and we've actually sat down with an interview and given the information out, it's been tremendous. Like we had Tracy on,
yes.
and Payne, and calling, because it's a great opportunity to spotlight your business on True Oldies, whether it's through an interview, whether it's through a commercial. There's a lot of options.
It is. And, you know, the more that people learn and they listen and they see what's going on, the more excitement they get. Look at all the shows we did tonight. They were all excited. There was a lot of people talking in here. We had to tell them, you had to go over there a little bit.
They're like, you doing a show tonight?
And we finally had the opportunity to do it, and we're taking advantage of it.
And I have to give a big shout out, though, to Laurel Diaz. So he's running for sheriff of Palm Beach County, Mr. Diaz, and he came in here, and I'm really looking forward to getting him out on True Oldies and sharing his platform, because what he wants to do for education and what he wants to do to bring awareness to our homeless community and to bring awareness to abuse and domestic violence, and really on the platform, not of the politics, but of course there's always politics involved, there's always money involved, but really getting into our community and helping our children and helping the women and helping families, helping the homeless, and make a big impact on what we're doing.
It's true. And we talked to...
and he would be the first Hispanic
in the history
sheriff
of whatever
in our county, and it's a huge county.
You know, we had the morning show today. We were talking about how you have to take responsibility as somebody who's voting. And you got to vote. I don't care who you vote for, but you got to vote one way or the other, because that's your future life. You know, don't complain that gasoline, inflation, and everything else is going to the roof if you're not going to do anything about it. Same thing with our kids. You know, you want to have safer places to go shopping. We talked about this. And I said to him, Diaz, you know, I can't send these kids out to Walmart after 8 o'clock because it's kind of hairy out there. He says, you're absolutely right.
He actually told us some Walmarts that you can't go to, man or woman in this county.
It's just a dangerous situation.
Not this city, but in this county that you just would not go to.
I just want to be told the truth. I want to know how we can help it, how we can change it, and things that are being done honestly. Not get smoke screen. Not hear, oh, we're going to take care of that, and you never hear from them again.
You know what amazed me on the morning show is when I actually looked around our crew, and we've got an incredibly diverse millennial crew. Huge diversity. We've got a cross-section of everything from this country in our studio. And I thought about school, and it's not our kids that you worry about, it's our grandchildren, but it's their kids. They're in their early 20s.
Of course.
So that's what we're looking at, and I think even they got quiet for a minute to think, wow, this is potentially our children going into our public school system. And what does that look like? You look at your grandchildren and I see what they put on, what your daughter-in-law puts as far as keeping the kids safe. This is the next generation, and this is what's important, is our families and our children. And to have, unfortunately, we have to have officers in the school, and we have to have communication with the school. So heaven forbid something happens, they can get in there. This is what we're looking at. Domestic violence, if something happens at the home, they just don't come and get the perpetrator. They actually follow up with the victim and say, are you okay? Can we get you resources? Let us help you going forward. It's not just a one and done. His platform is so important, and his wife is just incredibly lovely to get out into the community, because we talk women empowerment all the time, and she is behind him 100%.
It's true. We've talked to Sheriff Diaz to come in and do some talk about the community, and I said to him, just stay away from the politics for a second. Let people know who you are, because Boca doesn't know who Sheriff Diaz is. They just don't. And we're going to try to...
Captain Diaz for now.
Well, is it
He's captain. He's not sheriff yet.
Oh, what is he?
He's Captain Diaz. He was a captain in the police department. He's now running for sheriff.
He's Captain.
I just need to make sure I get all the information out there correctly. Captain?
Can I say cop?
Captain.
He's a boss. Captain is a boss. When I was in the 3-4, I used to call my captain boss. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm not allowed to say nothing.
I know. We talked about that this morning. People can say things, but you can't.
What is that?
You can't do any of the Gen Z slang without it coming out funky. We decided they can say it, but
without it coming out funky.
Or like everyone getting offended by Freddy said, and then
Freddy
we
offends everybody. Wow, this is amazing. When is this show over?
You heard what they said, Freddy. You just can't say it. Everyone else can.
But everybody else is saying it.
I know. I don't know. I think it's just a generational thing. You and I can't say certain things that they can say.
No, you get away with it too.
It's my delivery. It's a little more gentle than yours.
Wow.
Like that.
This is unbelievable. Wow.
But I really hope we can give Laurel Diaz, Captain Diaz, some more airtime and really get his platform out there. It's important. There's nothing, not even money, that's more important than the safety of your children and your grandchildren and your families. That is number one. And that's what we have to really get to the crux of. The politics and the arguing. Everyone can do that on the side, but you really got to look at issues. No matter what side of the fence you sit on, you got to look at the issues and what's important to you deep in your core. and everyone's going to tell them family. Not one person tells you
one.
the other way.
That's right. And so Boca Get to Know Diaz is going to be the campaign. Boca Get to Know Diaz. And no, South Florida Oldies has not, how you doing? South Florida Oldies has not left Boca Raton. We are still here. We are still making noise. You see the van, you see Jody, they're still running around and everything else. Location is here. From here, we get up there. It doesn't make a difference where they are. It makes a difference where you are. So get to know Diaz. You got me all confused
Captain
now.
Diaz. But I have to ask you, for AMP2 Media Productions,
Yeah.
what's our call to action? What do you think? What would you tell people? What's your 30-second elevator pitch for what we do?
You're going to do that now with 1 minute? And thank God there's only 1 minute
That's why you
left
only
on
need
the
30
show.
seconds.
You know what? I'll answer that tomorrow on the morning show.
I think it's here to amplify your impact in business, and that's why we're here to help all the businesses to spotlight their business and help bring them forward
Do you
in
know
awareness.
how many businesses we have helped over the years? I've done over 5,000 interviews in 17 years. It's craziness.
Well, if you're in the area of our studio in East Boca Raton, you are invited to come on down. Everyone's listening that knows Freddy's Special Coffee. Come have a cup of Freddy's Coffee, the Brooklyn Cafe Show Coffee, and meet our crew, because our crew is truly spectacular. They come from all the universities around our community and abroad, from Arizona, FAU, Palm Beach State, California, New York. We had Berkeley over the summer, and really get to meet our crew and see it's not about you and me. It's about them bringing everything forward and learning the field. We are not on a writer's strike. We're really one of the only studios in this area that gives them hands-on experience. So if you hear a little glitch or a little something on our sound or video, they are learning the field right in the trenches. And we wouldn't be anywhere we are without them, from social media to our newsletter to networking and marketing in the community, as well as production.
Is that clock right?
You know what you got to say? Say good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. Say good night.
Good night, everyone. Have a great night. Stay safe. Give us a call, 866-224-5422. Let us help you amplify your impact in business.
And don't be late. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show After Hours. If you want to be a part of the show or simply call in, that's 866-224-5422. We'll see you next time.
From time to time.